Hello, sports movie fans, and welcome to Locker Room Flicks Podcast. I'm your host, Frank Sullivan. With me is my co-host, Frank Darlin. Frank, how are you tonight? This is podcasting after dark.
After dark, all you podcasters doing those morning shows. Come on. No, it's good. Doing real good today. Feel good.
How's you feel good? How's your weekend?
Yeah.
What'd you get up to this weekend? Anything?
Well, we went out last night with a bunch of a couple of people that we work with and their son. So that was fun. Went to Texas Roadhouse. That was nice. And then Thursday I went to Ale House with the couple from Canada that we watched their townhome here.
Oh, okay.
So so it was nice. We had a couple nights out. We went out and ate, and it was nice. Nice the last couple of days, like 70-something degrees. But it's supposed to go in the 50s tomorrow. It's supposed to get cold again.
Everyone's getting the weather now. It's snowing right now. It's supposed to get.
Is it snowing now?
Yeah, it's finally started. We're supposed to get a few inches, but
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't. Looks like tomorrow might be a little rough for me.
Yeah.
She has it off because it's MLK.
Right. Oh, that's right, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure is.
Wow.
So,
all right.
So we'll see. We'll see how the weather goes, and we didn't really. I went to this Friday night. I went to this indoor golf range in Wallingford with a few of the fellas. It was fun. It was nice.
Yeah, you said you were going to go.
Yeah, we ended up going there. We played for 2 hours.
Right.
It's indoor. You could pick games and stuff.
Cool.
So we were doing like a few different games. Had a drink and came home and kind of hung in Saturday and Sunday and didn't really do too much.
Yeah, that's great.
It's getting rough for her. She's a little bit bigger, I think, this time around. Child's a little bit bigger, and
it's got to be getting close.
37 weeks. So.
Okay. So how?
It's 40.
What is the due date again?
The 8th. So
8th, right?
Like 3 weeks away. So it's
Yeah.
We're getting to the nitty gritty. We're getting to the last. Don't be surprised if you hear from me in the next week or so.
I know.
But that's all we got, and I know we got a lot of playoff football. This weekend, and we got a game going on right now. It's a pretty exciting game.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 7-7 last time I saw it. I don't know what it is now.
Yeah, I believe it was 7-7. I think he already Lamar Jackson either threw a fumble or it's 14-7 right now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Bills. He must have either threw an interception or something.
Oh, wow. Because they had the ball not too long ago.
Yeah, it was quick.
Yeah.
It was a quick in and out. I wonder who scored for the Bills. But yeah, I don't know. It's looking to be a good game. Or Commanders upset the Lions.
Yeah,
who saw that coming? But
that was brutal. You can't make mistakes like that, though. No, can't. Not in those games.
You said it. If they can't stop Saquon. That's it.
No, if they can't stop him, they won't win. I'm sorry. I don't care what they do.
Yeah.
And Daniels his team is great, but they got to stop him.
Yeah.
I don't care how many points they can score. They got to stop him. Because he can set the whole game up.
You can tell, I guess, again, from suffering on the Giants, you can tell he's kind of in for it. That light is kind of bothering me a little bit.
Yeah, I can see it. On your side, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in for the long haul. Or at least Saquon is, because right there.
That's better. Perfect.
Saquon's he's playing for the championship, because
he is. No doubt about it.
Him sitting the last game of this season.
Yeah.
Him even that last possession where he could have got against us, he could have got that easy touchdown. But he was like, what happens if I tear something or get hurt?
I know.
He's playing for the long haul, for the championship.
He is. I agree. Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see. Chiefs snuck out the win, and Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens for sure.
Yeah. He tried his Mahomes tried his old falling out of bounds and going into the cups again. He didn't get the call this time.
Yeah,
And that other call was very bad.
They
hit each other's helmets. They never touched them.
Yeah, they seem to favor at least him when it comes to
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of watching it.
Yeah.
That way. It's a joke. But whatever.
Yeah. What can we do?
You still got to beat them, though, unfortunately.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's about it for, I think, what else going on. I guess you want to...
start it up?
Yeah, start it up.
All right. The movie we watched was Draft Day. It was the first time for me. I never saw it before.
Nice.
Released on April 11th, 2014. Box office info, a budget of $25 million, $10 million opening weekend, and a gross of $30 million. Directed by Ivan Reitman. Mm-hmm. Starring, there's a lot of people, but we'll just get to this. Starring Kevin Costner as Sonny Weaver Jr., Jennifer Garner as Allie, Chadwick Boseman as Vontae Mack, Frank Langella as Anthony Molina, Patrick St. Esper as Tom Michaels, and Dave Donaldson as Danny. And like I said, we'll get into more other people.
Yeah.
At the NFL Draft, General Manager Sonny Weaver has the opportunity to rebuild his team when he trades for the number one pick. He must decide what he's willing to sacrifice on a life-changing day for a few hundred young men with NFL dreams.
Sure, yes.
Had one nomination. It was 1 hour and 50 minutes. And you watched it on Prime?
Yeah.
I watched it on YouTube. Still had to pay for it, but
I
watched it on YouTube.
Gotcha.
All right.
So
coming up, we got Frank's 5 fun facts. What do you got?
Yeah. All right, so fact number 1, the movie originally centered around the Buffalo Bills instead of the Cleveland Browns, but I guess the studio changed it to the Browns because production costs in Ohio were cheaper.
That's interesting.
So, I mean, truth be told, you probably could have did this with any franchise. I think it helped with the Browns being that they haven't really won a championship since what?
Since the 60s.
60s. So, I mean, I think that gave it a little more magic. But I think you could have picked any franchise, but that's neither here nor there. Fact number 2: Chadwick Boseman agreed to take the role as Vontae Mack after a Skype call he had with director Ivan. How'd you say his name? Reitman. Okay.
Yeah.
Boseman wasn't. I'm sorry. Boseman first wasn't sure if he wanted to play another athlete or do another sports movie right after, because this movie came right after 42. But I guess he decided to go along with it. But it's a different. He played an athlete, but let's be honest, he didn't really do. I mean, again, it wasn't as physically demanding as 42 as he was in 42.
Yeah, there wasn't as much in this as the other one. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Which is funny. I forgot. I saw this movie a long time ago. I forgot he was even in this. But fact number 3: the trick where the Washington Redskins taping the $100 bill on the back of the playbook seemed to be inspired by a real thing that happened with Jamarcus Russell. His coaches in Oakland didn't believe that he was watching the game film, and purposely sent him home with blank DVDs to watch. He returned claiming he watched the video like the game plan, and obviously you can see was lying.
That's funny.
I guess there was another similar story with Randall Cunningham in the 80s. So
really,
yeah.
I didn't think Randall would do that.
Yeah,
Jamarcus, you know what he's doing now? Sitting on the couch.
Yeah,
flipping burgers. Probably.
Who the hell knows what he's doing right now?
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to find out what he's doing, but
I know.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good.
We'll talk more into draft picks. Fact number 4: the movie. Oh boy, that's the same. That's the same fact I got. It's the same. All right. Well, my last. I guess I must have got 2 facts the same. But my last fact, I guess, it says that the ESPN commentators correctly note that 2 recent instances in 2003 and 2011, where it said the Vikings and the Ravens failed to make their first round selections in time and lost their picks.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Didn't know that
I
either.
had no idea. No. I don't watch every draft,
no,
but I'm saying I didn't know that.
But the first round you normally pay attention to, at least.
I know. You think it would. I mean, come on.
I guess it said what is not said and not shown is that both teams that are parties to a trade must call in the trade. The Ravens lost their pick in 2011 because Chicago failed to call the trade in. And I guess the same thing in 2003 where the Vikings missed their picks because the Vikings were free to call in their picks at any time, but the teams, I guess, they just failed to do it in time.
Wow.
So, which is kind of bold because I mean it's not their fault that they didn't call the trade in. Because I mean, you guys didn't really want to screw over another team by not calling your pick in.
Yeah, I agree totally with you. You're right. I didn't know that though until I read it. I didn't know that.
I didn't know it either, and I had to Google it. And very interesting.
You got 20 guys in that office.
Yeah,
hey, 20 guys in the office, and nobody making this decision.
Not one. But
that's nuts.
But that's what I got for a fun fact.
That's good.
But so again, I've seen this movie before. This is the first time you're seeing this movie.
Yeah.
What do you think? What are your overall thoughts? It's interesting.
Well, the beginning of it, yeah, it is interesting. The beginning of it, I kind of understood what it was going to be like. They got to have some with him and Jennifer Garner, Costner. I know they had to have some relationships to make the movie.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. Big age gap. I mean.
Yeah, you're right. I know. Come on.
I just didn't see it. But you know what? Again, I guess it does happen where you see a few, because he is, let's see here, Sonny Weaver. He's the GM, right?
Right.
We have seen big age gaps, right?
Yeah, that's true.
She was born in 72 and he was born in 55, so it's not a huge difference.
Yeah,
but big.
Right.
But
when
big
you get
enough.
older, it's not as huge.
Right. But yeah, what'd you think? Did you like it? Dislike it?
So the last 30 minutes of it were very good. The wheels started turning in there.
Yes.
I got a kick out of it because I had no idea what he was going to do, and not for nothing. We can go back. It has no bearing on the movie, but the piece of paper.
Yeah.
I knew it was Vontae Mack the whole time.
Really?
I don't know how, but I knew it. Yes, yeah. So that was it. But besides that, yeah, it was good. The last 30 minutes was very good. It was really cool the way they do things. But we won't get into that yet. I don't want to ruin it for anybody.
Right. I agree with you totally.
Yeah.
The movie is kind of slow.
Yes.
It's a little too long.
Yeah.
But you're right. It picks up and it builds and then because they pan on him in the morning, right? It's like yes. What 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and
it is.
And you have all that time, but once the draft hits, it's like that's what it is. That's what picks
crazy.
up. That's when it moves.
I know, it's crazy, man. All the people and stuff.
Yep.
It's wild. All the teams getting ready.
Mm-hmm.
It's nuts. We'll get to the actors. Kevin Costner played great. He played a very good part.
Yes.
I thought he did. I mean, you could have other people probably play that
Correct.
part, but I thought he did. I thought he did a nice job.
Mm-hmm.
And Frank Langella. He's been around forever. He's the owner. He was very with the sunglasses.
He's still alive right now.
Yeah, he is. He's been around forever.
He's born. He was born in 38.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. What's he? 86. Yeah. 86. Yeah.
I think he's 90. 96, I think, right?
96? He did a hell of a job, though. He did good. He was a good man, a good owner. Yeah. He had so many people in this. Let me just give a quick shout-out to these guys that we can get into. Sam Elliott, Dennis Leary, Ellen Bernstein, Terry Crews, Rosanna Arquette, Kevin Dunn, Chi McBride, David Ramsey, and Wade Williams. Good fill-ins for everything. A lot of the shows and movies I watched, they've been in.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, they had tons of...
so it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
But you're right, yeah. I mean, pretty good actors, again.
Yeah.
But it could have been anybody. And I think that's kind of like... this movie it's a solid... We'll get into the ratings later. It's a solid movie.
Yeah.
But again, it's like... roles could have been anything. I guess
Yes, right. I agree with you. I agree. But I think you had to have the Jennifer Garner thing with it. Doesn't matter, Jennifer Garner, whoever it is. I think you had to have that in the movie to take some of the time up, because it would have been boring as hell if he just sat in his office every day.
Right. Yeah. You had to have.
So you had to have something going on. And the kid behind, the little computer kid.
Oh,
sitting
the
behind
intern?
the glass.
You
had to mix it up. That's got to take a half hour somewhere. So
actually, it's funny because we talk about things that weren't needed and things that were needed. Maybe what this movie lacked was a little skin, if you know what I mean.
I agree.
I mean,
I thought that was going to happen a few times.
I mean, let's be honest. Jennifer Garner's not bearing anything out.
She's not.
But maybe you cast a different person, show you a little here.
Yeah.
We talked about like stuff that's not needed, and I think it for this type of movie where it's mostly talk, it's a lot of strategy, and I think you needed a little something to grab. A little sex, a little
Yeah. I know. I agree totally with you. Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen when they went into the
closet,
room
right?
there.
Yeah.
But,
no, it sure didn't. Disappointing. How about P. Diddy being in this movie? That throw you off a bit?
Well, just want to know, people listening, I really don't care, but I didn't mention his name because I'm not going to mention it. So
gotcha.
He's got too much stuff going on, and I don't want to mention it.
You don't want to give him any credit.
And he's probably going to be where for a long time.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't mention it. I seen it in there.
You're
and
right.
I said,
it's funny.
I'm not mentioning it. Sorry.
It's funny. I forgot all about it. He wasn't even in this movie.
Yeah. I didn't put it in there. I'm not giving him any props at all.
That's fine. But, yeah.
Whatever. But that's it. Yeah, he wasn't it. You're right. Yeah.
Go ahead.
And that's a lot. There's a lot going on in that. Yeah. Too, so that's another story.
That's a whole.
That's a whole other story.
Yep.
I guess the top pick was supposed to go to the Jets. Did you see that?
No.
The top pick. This was supposed to be for the Jets, but the Jets dropped out. They didn't want it.
Really?
They didn't want it in the movie.
Gotcha.
They didn't want their name in the movie. That's why they went.
I wonder if did this draft order, was this originally supposed to, was this, what year did it say this draft was supposed to be?
This is 2014.
Was this the original draft, the real draft order? I guess that's what I was kind of interested in. And it's maybe they didn't want to jinx anything, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I looked to see who the first person drafted was, but it wasn't Cleveland.
No,
it was somebody else. I forgot who the guy was. You'd know the guy if I said his name, the guy that was drafted, but it wasn't. Devaney. Remember Devaney and Clowney? Remember he played for Houston. Clowney.
Yes.
He played for Cleveland.
Yep.
Yeah, he was first. He was first round.
Okay.
Yeah, he was first round pick. Yeah.
Defense though.
Yeah. Yeah, defense, very good. Yeah. Yep. He had a nice career. I think he's retired.
Yeah.
But he had a nice career. Yeah. So that was it. Remember, that's 10 years ago. 10 years. Hey. You know yourself, football, 10 years, that's about all you get. Really.
Yeah.
Think about it.
For the most part, unless you're
32, 33. Yeah.
A quarterback maybe, or,
Yeah, and you're coming young, like 19 or
true.
something, 20. Yeah, you don't get too many. I looked at half of that list, and about the first 30, the first 30 of the draft, I think 15 of them are retired. They don't play anymore. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I can imagine. I tell you, the character, the guy, I didn't even look really to it. The guy they picked to play Bo Callahan, fit that role to an absolute T.
Didn't he though?
He just fit. He just looked and fit the part. I'm trying to.
He
find
did.
him.
I know. I don't know what his name was. There was so many people.
Josh Pence.
Josh Pence.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Didn't he fit it perfectly?
Yeah, 100%.
Cocky thing. He looked cocky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Goody two shoes looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was good. That was. You're right. He did. He fit the part. Yeah.
It's amazing how a little rumor or something like this, again, something perfect example. We saw Aaron Hernandez.
Yes,
he was supposed to be high in the first round draft pick.
Yes,
something
he was.
Very little. We'll just change the course.
Yeah. Yeah, you're exactly right.
He changed. By him not picking Bo Callahan, he changed the whole.
He did.
Right, he changed the whole scheme of it.
What's wrong with him? First thing they say, what's wrong with him?
Yeah,
something's wrong.
and he figured it out.
Yeah. That part of it was genius. I like the way they call up everybody.
You're right.
And they talk,
We don't see any of this. We don't know any of this.
No.
And again, it's what's wrong with him. It's not to say none of his teammates went to his birthday, his 21st year, which again that doesn't necessarily. That doesn't necessarily mean he could easily be a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Right. No, I agree with you.
But it was something he didn't want.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, I agree. I like when they look back on the game against Vontae Mack.
Yep.
They show everything. That's pretty cool. I like the way that when you're just looking at two people.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yep.
Because remember he says, take a look at it. You got to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you look at it again. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dennis Leary played a nice part in this. His coach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like Dennis Leary. He's a good guy. He's in all kinds of shit. He's funny.
The Fire and PD or something like that, right?
That's yes, he was. Yes, he was. He's in a couple new shows now.
Rescue Me.
Yep, Rescue Me. Yeah, he's good.
Mm-hmm.
You had Chris Berman, Russ Brandon.
Oh yeah, they had
Hall of Famer Jim Brown,
Rich
Eisen, Roger Goodell, John Gruden, Bernie Kosar, Ray Lewis, and Alex Marvey. So they were all in there. It was cameos. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I actually, it's funny because I was watching, and the guy, what's the guy? Arian Foster.
Arian Foster.
I was like, I know this guy. I was like, I've seen him before. He's not an actor, and I couldn't place it for the longest time.
Played for Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a good running back.
He only played 8. He only played 8 seasons.
Yeah, he's done, right? Yeah, he don't play no more, right? No, I didn't think so. Yeah, he was a good player.
But again, you see these guys don't play that long.
Yeah.
What else you got?
You had Brian Drew. I like that. The quarterback.
Yeah,
that was the quarterback.
The guy Marks.
You know what he's from?
Where?
He's from Smallville.
I never really got into Smallville.
Well, I didn't either.
Really?
But he played Superman. He played Superman for like 8 years. Yeah. But yeah, that was nice in the end. How it works out for him. But,
yeah. Well, and again, I am no stranger to quarterbacks being drafted in the first round. We've seen it.
I know.
With Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love. It's it's another kind of like angle they played at where you're supposed to be the guy, and then they pick a hot, a franchise quarterback who's most likely going to be or at least they thought they were going to pick Bo Callahan.
Right.
And they pick someone else, but you're like you're shitting in your pants. You're like, I just lost out on my job, or at least I'm gonna have to compete.
Well, you're lucky. You won a Super Bowl with Favre, with Rodgers, and probably down the road as long as your team stays with Jordan Love.
It looks good.
But that's going to take.
Yeah, it's going to take.
Yeah, it should be fine, but it takes time. Unfortunately,
I know.
It takes time. That's the whole thing. Look at the 49ers, like we talked about. Not to get off the movie, but 49ers this year were favorites to be right there. They got a couple guys that got hurt, and
that's it. That's all
they fell apart. They won one more game than the Jets. That's not saying too much.
But I mean, the balls that he has making this trade. First of all, he trades away. They switched draft picks, and he trades 3 first rounders.
I don't think that would ever happen.
Absolutely not. Listen, I play Madden all the time, and I try to screw over. I try to screw the computer over, and they never bite for it.
No. Yeah, not 3.
No, not 3.
No way.
I mean, and then he ends up getting all 3 of the first rounders back, just for information.
I know.
That's
I know. Yeah.
and they got a kick returner.
Yeah. You think that was his? I think that was his plan the whole way, but he couldn't tell anybody. Though, I don't think, or something. I don't know if he knew it would work, but
no, I don't. I don't think. Well, again, it's all wheeling and dealing. It's these guys that talk their way and sell anything. It's amazing. I was like, cause
I liked how they showed all the teams and the teams. They showed a stadium, and then the owners on the phone. Seattle, Jacksonville.
Well, he was right. He was like, they're calling for your head because you were going to get Bo Callahan, and now I can easily take him from me. But what if he was like, no, I'll pass.
Yeah.
What do you do if you're him? If you're,
I know.
Do you draft him anyways and trade him?
Yeah, that's exactly right. You're right.
Because we saw Eli and Rivers.
Philip Rivers. Yes.
They've just traded, right?
Swapped. It was supposed to be Rivers to the Giants, Eli to San Diego.
Did Philip? Did he win a Super Bowl? I don't think he did.
No, he had some great. He was a great player, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He really was.
He had the stats.
He went to the. He even beat Brady a couple times in the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, Phillips was a good. I felt so bad for him. He never really had a great defense or nothing, but he was a hell of a player. And remember Ryan? I don't know if you remember way back. Ryan Leaf, number 1 pick, and he was a bust. Never did nothing.
He I heard a little bit because he was on a podcast and. He's got quite an interesting story with the pills,
gambling and stuff. Yeah,
he was in jail. He broke into someone's. He was on our buddy there from Remember the Titans, Ethan Suplee, the big guy who's all jacked.
Yes.
He's got a really good podcast, and he follows a lot of just not say drug addicts, but there's a lot of drug addicts and. Basically everyone with vices, and he was on it, and it was an amazing episode. And he talks about his addiction and stuff like that.
Wow,
it's crazy.
But yeah, that was it was Ryan Leaf, and I forgot who the second guy was. But the second guy ended up having a much better career. I forgot who it was.
Mm-hmm. That's let's see here. What else I got? Have you been to the? You've been. I don't know if we have. We might have talked about it. Have you been to the Ohio Hall of Fame, the Canton, Ohio?
Yeah. Canton, yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's one thing I'd like to do eventually.
Yeah, we've been there. Yeah. See, when I went there it was for Maria's softball tournament. We went there.
Yeah.
Listen to what we did the 3 days we were there. It was awesome. We went there. We went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Nice.
And we went to Cleveland Stadium and watched the Yankees play.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's quite a trip.
Guy playing the drum in Cleveland. He plays the drum.
Really?
Not to baseball that much, but plays the drum out there. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Man. It was a while. It was fun. I had a good time.
It's funny because again, we're so close to the Basketball Hall of Fame. The Basketball Hall of Fame is a good time too.
You went to the new one though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I went to the old.
Yeah, I went to 2 years. I went when we had Stella.
Yeah, I got to do that when I'm down there.
You should.
I got to go. I want to go to the new one.
Chloe will get a kick out of it too because they have a basketball court.
Yeah.
And again, it's one of those you drove right past it going to the Yankee Candle Village.
Oh, that's right. I did.
It's even closer.
I did. You're right. That's right.
Well, you're going to be up here a few more times this year, so don't.
We're going to come in the. Stop.
I know.
We're going to come in the summer though, for sure, for probably near Johnny's birthday. So maybe we'll do it then. We'll drive.
Yeah.
We'll take our car.
Well, you still come in February, right?
Yeah, February and
in March.
February will be nice too. I can kill two birds with one stone. Hopefully, I can see your baby.
I know. I hope so. I'd be damn well better. I hope so. We'll be out here.
Yeah.
When you said you come in the end of February or like
the 20th to the 21st.
All right.
It's a short visit.
Yeah.
We'll be there. Yeah.
I like how she says, it's such a big macho sport, and everyone fights for the ring, for the jewelry.
Oh yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah. Well, most people do. Let's put it that way. Yeah. And some people just want the money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But like I said, I thought it was good. I liked the game room there. Everybody's in there, all playing their part. Why are you doing that? And they wanted to kill him actually at that one point there. What he was doing.
Yeah.
I can have a team to play for. He says, the coach. I won't have a team to coach.
But it's funny. I always wanted to do this, but I just never did, and I want to do it with the right people, and I would love to do a live fantasy draft and kind of do it real nice. I mean, a lot of people do it. You got to have your draft board and everything like that. It seemed like a lot of fun. You ever watch the show The League?
No, I never did. No.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna put that to you right now, okay? And I don't know if Linda at least will watch this football, so she'll know. I don't know if she ever got into fantasy football, but that's how I got Casey into fantasy football.
Yeah,
and I know they're in streaming somewhere. If you watch the show The League, you'll get a kick out of it. It's an easy sitcom, an easy watch.
Right.
I mean, it's hysterical.
And it's about fantasy.
It's
football.
about a group of friends who've known each other for a long, long time, and they're obsessed with fantasy football. You'll get a kick out of it. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Now, are you the one that said you had 18 guys in your fantasy?
Yeah, I ended up finishing.
Or 16, whatever you
18.
had, 18.
I ended up finishing second.
I told Linda, that's awesome. And I told Linda, I said it's so watered down because of 18 players. 18
well, that's
people,
what again, but there's no quarterbacks available because everyone's got two.
Ooh. Yeah,
you got to have two, right? So you'd be lucky if you have someone like Patrick Mahomes, where you don't really need you can roll with him every week, and and you just pick up and you drop some scrub and pick up somebody, but on your bye week you're screwed.
Yeah.
But
it's funny you said that because I was talking about today McCaffrey. I said, Linda, you realize before that draft started, the whole world had him picked as one. You imagine how that screwed everybody up. I'm just saying, who do I pick now? And CeeDee Lamb, if you remember, he was in the top 3, but he was hurt.
Yep.
So it was a tough first draft.
Yeah.
There. I mean, it's
me and the guy who's actually in my department, we ended up we already came with this agreement that like if we one of us were in, we would just split it. So we both ended up getting like 120 or 40, I forget what it was.
That's nice, man.
Because he got first and I got second. So
excellent.
And I was the 8th seed and I squeezed in. And I won and I beat the number 1 seed.
Ooh.
But again, with anything with NFL and championships, you gotta have a lot of luck.
Oh, it's a lot. That's what I told.
A lot of luck.
The first time I ever played in the fantasy league, which was with my friend Steve when I lived in Connecticut.
Yeah.
It was for money, but it wasn't a lot of money. I'll never forget it. This one guy, Vic, he picked Marshall Faulk. He was a rookie.
Yep.
Right? And I said, what are you picking him for? I was thinking about it, right? Well, that year, Marshall Faulk, as a rookie, scored 15 touchdowns, and Vic won the whole thing. He never first pick either. That was not a first-round pick. It was just a pick that he picked, in the second round. And he took a shot. That happens sometimes, though. It's lucky. You got to have some luck, like you said.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah, definitely.
But
yeah, but this was good. I enjoyed it. I liked the way, like you said, how they manipulate everything in the movie and how they talk to everybody and try to get everybody's feeling of what's going on. And it was very well done that way. I know the owner wanted to kill him in the end. But,
I know.
that was interesting.
I tell you one thing we really didn't talk about. His mother, I would have told her to go take a walk. How annoying!
Oh yeah,
I was like, we're not doing this today. Like Kick and his wife, they had to throw it. Which they didn't really need. They had his ex-wife there. She wished she should show up. I would have said, Kick rocks. Get out of here. We're not doing this today.
Yeah, that was the famous Ellen Bernstein that played her.
I didn't know what is she. What is she famous?
Well, she's not really. She's famous for a lot of movies. Just she's been on all kinds of stuff throughout the years. Yeah, I think she's 90 now or something like that. Yeah, she's unbelievable. She still acts, this lady, but she's been around forever. Yeah, you're right. That was a waste there.
Not to say that storyline wasn't necessarily you could have did it without it, but it just I would, if I was him, I'd be like, listen, don't even bother me with this today.
No,
the goal. I understand. It was his father, which they maybe could have. That probably would have been the better route, is to forget all that stuff with his mother and that, and maybe played up a little bit more with the relationship between him and his father, and because his father was a coach or an owner. I can't remember.
No, he was a coach.
He was a coach.
I'm pretty sure he was. Yeah.
But maybe they could have played up a little bit more on that,
or a manager, maybe he was a general manager. Yeah.
But
yeah, I agree with you there. They could have. I thought he should have went out there though, for that. I really do.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought he should have went out for his father. I thought that was a little bit. I don't know. I thought that was a little weird.
Yeah.
He didn't do it, but whatever.
Trying
to think here.
Yeah, what else you got here? I tell you, the 10-minute time limit. It's again, and a lot of that. I kind of, it's funny with fantasy football. I compare it to, because when you're doing a fantasy draft and you're like, let's be honest, like, this asshole is gonna wait the last.
Oh, no doubt about it.
I cut the, what I mean? Again, this is from football to fantasy football, two totally different things. But, like, if you're paying attention, you know who you're going to pretty much pick. Like, you only need 30 seconds to really.
Exactly. The only thing I don't like is when I do them other leagues, they're all non-paying leagues. A lot of the people aren't there.
Oh,
so they get the pick.
That kills you, too.
I hate that.
Yeah.
That pick that comes up, like, the 5th pick or something, and they're not even there. Oh, they're going to get that guy. They don't even know who they're getting.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean? So
I know.
But I hate that shit. So you're looking at your thing, 6, 7, and 8 you aren't getting because they're not here.
Not there.
It's just going to
go.
be automatic.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yep. And you got to wait the 3 minutes.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, I know. Let's see here. Yeah, I know. It's pretty much. That's all I got, really.
Yeah. Well, in the ending, we're going to talk about it. In the end, he tricks everybody. He takes Vontae Mack.
Yep.
And then everybody's wondering what's going on. And he gets his 3 picks back, and he gives the Seahawks what's his last name? Bo Callahan.
Bo Callahan, yep.
And he gets it, like you said, I think punt return a whole bit. He looks like a genius.
Yeah.
So that's the way it ends. That was awesome. I mean, really, when you think about it. I know it's a movie. But.
Well, he got him and then the running back, too.
The running back.
Which, again, you're like,
Oh, Jennings, Ray Jennings.
Trade around.
Oh, yeah.
Not that many teams get more than one first-round draft pick.
No. But I think we don't see, like you said, in the background, a lot of that stuff goes on, I think. A lot. Real lot. We just don't see it. So.
Yeah.
That's about it. I mean, but a nice ending. And like I said, the last 30 minutes had me.
Yeah.
I was figuring out what he was going to do. And then I started to see it when he started to talk on the phone. I said, oh, he's going to get him the ball.
Yeah, because he's got him by the balls. And he's like, and he made like the pretty much trade of the century.
Yeah, he did.
But
all right.
Yeah, that's all I got. You got anything else you want to discuss?
No, that's good. Yeah.
All right, I'll go first on this one because, like I said, I saw it already. Let's see here. What it got? 6.8.
6.8. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's kind of tough to grade because again, for a sports movie, there's not a lot of sport play.
Nope. There's not.
There's hardly any. A lot of it's footage. It's kind of slow. I almost was like, again, I was almost kind of dreading doing this movie, but at the same time, like I said, the last half an hour, it gets exciting.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I gotta go 6.5.
Yeah,
I gotta go a little bit lower. It's a little too long. I don't mind the talking and the strategy. Because again, it brings you right back to like being a fantasy football thing, or
I know. I get it. Yeah,
I guess. I mean, maybe if you had, I think you got to show a little more sex and stuff. You got to keep me interested, and if you had a little bit in the beginning, and then maybe you had a little bit in the middle, that could have maybe kept all of our interest because it was slow. It's slow.
It was. When I was first watching, I'm going, what is he doing?
What am I doing?
Because Linda already saw it.
Listen.
But I said, maybe
this is
better.
all Steve Lant's fault, okay? I'm going to throw Steve out.
No.
I'm going to throw him under the bus because we know he'll be listening to this episode. He picked this movie, and I, being that he's the guy, and I figure,
oh boy,
and it worked out perfect because you never seen the movie. So what are you going to score it?
It's going to be the same, 6.5.
Yeah.
I thought it was too long. Could have been about an hour and a half. That would have been good.
Perfect.
My opinion. I like the cast. The cast was good.
Yep.
But yeah, that's about it. Real simple. It's 6.5. That's all it's worth. So
I tell you, we've done a lot of Kevin Costner's been in every friggin' movie we've done, huh?
I know. We've done a lot. Yep.
On to the next movie. The next movie we're gonna do, which again it might be our last movie. I think it will be.
I think it will be. Yeah.
It's gonna be The Fighter.
Okay, very good.
With Mark Wahlberg and I believe Christian Bale is in that.
Yeah.
It's getting harder, especially for her to get a good night's sleep sometimes.
I told you that. So you got to decide what you want to do. So if by the end of this week if something goes on, we can just cancel it. And we can start again.
No, we'll do it at night. It helps because again, I can she can kind of sleep in. I can get her to bed. I can get
right.
So we'll do 7:30 next week.
All right.
And we'll.
But
do
I would make that the last one for now.
Yeah. We'll stick with that, and it'll be our special episode, and
all right,
we'll take it from there.
So we'll do The Fighter next.
The Fighter, yes. You got anything else you want to highlight or something you've been watching recently?
No, that's
just
it.
Shows.
No, there hasn't been much on. So.
I know it's we got kind of like the cooking shows back on. Hell's Kitchen's almost done.
Hell's Kitchen's almost done.
Who do you think's gonna come out with the win?
I like Egypt.
Really?
I like him from day one because they gave him a hard time.
They sure did.
Yeah. And I like him. Or I'll tell you, man, I don't care who wins. I'm just glad Brandon and Amanda is going. I don't really care who wins.
Yeah.
The two, the girl and the guy.
Yeah.
Kyle and the other one,
what's the
Will or whatever.
The chick that's got
she's cute.
She's she's kind of like she's a little bit underdog because she doesn't really she doesn't really make anything too crazy, but it seems like she's
I know. I just what they're going to have the one where you got to run the kitchen.
This is going to make him break it. Yeah,
that'll make her break her. Does she have a big enough voice? So we'll have to see. But I don't care really who wins. I'd like to see Egypt win.
Yeah.
But I don't care. I'd be happy with anybody winning.
Yeah.
But,
we watched. They got a documentary on Netflix called it's about Jerry Springer and the show.
Oh yeah, I thought I saw that. I have to try that. I love Jerry Springer.
It was an interesting. I forgot. He died last year. He had pancreatic cancer.
Yeah. What else is new?
Yeah, what else is new? He was 79 though. At least he made it kind of later on in life, and and it's interesting when you see how they took off and the ratings and everything like that. It's a wild show, or was a wild show.
Wild.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Man.
But Jerry Springer had that innocence about him. It's kind of like
he did. Yeah. He was a lawyer or a politician or something. Yeah.
But that's all I really got. We'll just wrapping things up, and we'll see what we do from here. I don't know. Maybe we'll take it later on down the road, and
we'll see. Got plenty of time.
Yeah,
we're not going nowhere.
No, we're not. You got anything else?
That's it.
All right, that's the ball game.